Hello my glorious self and welcome back to my channel. You're here with me, Tia Proboss. I'm going to start with what's in my fruit bowl. As you can see, I've got quite a bit. It's overflowing. We don't normally stock this much. Now in times like this, depending on your freezer space is honestly the best way to go, simply for the fact that it just keeps things longer. Sort of your fresh fruit and veg are more perishable, so they're not the best thing to stock up on. You're kind of wanting to stock up on freezer things and pantry based things. 2 pineapples, and I got them, clearly they're not ripe as you can see. And the bananas as well are very green. So I've got them because I like to make smoothies. So I find A, it's cost effective, and B, they have time to ripen up because, oh, I just stabbed myself, because I don't need them right now. By the time, I sort of use the stuff in the freezer, and then these will be ripe. So I cut them up, I put them into little Ziploc bags, and then I chuck them in the freezer, and they're good for my smoothies. I haven't got any more tomatoes. These are just the only 4 because they kind of tend to ripen very quickly and want things that are long lasting. I've got some mandarins or some clementines, depending what you call them. Great source of vitamin C. Now you want to be eating foods that are going to really build up your immune system. So citrus foods are great for a source of vitamin C, your lemons, your oranges, your mandarins. So I got these, and also in here I have oranges. I love juicing them, putting them in smoothies. I love just eating them in general. So really giving your body like a lot of hits of vitamin C. Down here is where we have our produce box with basically our potatoes and onions and things like that. Potatoes keep quite well. So we've got a bunch of sweet potatoes in here. We've got some regular potatoes. Then we've got, our onions. I've got garlic in here as well. Garlic is great for you as well, for building that immune system. And if you do have any sort of viruses or flus or anything, I love to get the bags of avocados when they're super hard and not ripe. I just leave them in here and let them ripen. And then once they're ripe, I chuck them in the fridge. Our fridge is pretty chockers at the moment. I mean, to be fair, this section kind of always is because I celery juice every morning, and then I make juices and smoothies anyway. So yeah, this is kind of like, I feel like it's more this section up here that isn't normally this chockers, but always coconut water, and you will see my supply in the other pantry when I get to it, but I always have some in the fridge. In here, I love keeping things in glass jars, and they keep longer, keep better, the flavor's better, and you're just not getting any of the chemicals from the plastic, which is nice. So in here, I've got my juice. So as I said, I juice in the morning celery juice. So I get up before my partner goes to work. I make us a celery juice. While the juicer is dirty, I kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and I make my other juice for the day, and I split it in 2 and put it in these containers. So we've got those throughout the day to drink. I didn't have enough space in the door. I also make a smoothie. I give him one to take to work, and then I've got this for me during the day. I've got the Perth filter. I keep this in the fridge, and you would have seen behind the fruit basket there's a glass thing on the kitchen island, so that's where I filter the water here, and then I transfer it to there. So we've got cold water and room temperature water. Lettuce is a must, and always, so I get a big bag of lettuce because I am addicted to it and I love eating it. At the moment, because they are on special, I find these so expensive. Capsicums, or red bell peppers if you're from America. So I've got a bunch of them because I love using them just like raw in salads. I love baking with them. When I make nachos, I blend it up, put this in for sweetness. It's really, really good. I've got mushrooms because we made pizza the other night. I've got a big thing of cabbage. My partner's mum, that almost fell out, just got me into baking cabbage, and it's really good. So I love that. This drawer here, this is where I have limes, and I have all the lemons, all my ginger, but I've also got, this is a godsend. Honestly, if you are trying to build up your immune system, if you are starting to feel a cold come on, if you are sick, any stage of your life, this is something that you should always have in your fridge. This is amazing. It is a staple. It does wonders for your immune system. I love cooking with it. I love juicing with it. This is a must to always have. I've also got more oranges because got to get that vitamin C into us. As you can see, all down here is celery. Carrots, because I love baking them, and I also use them for juicing, another good source of vitamin C. I've also got another bag of this broccoli and another bag in behind there because I love just doing everything with broccoli. It's so good. It's great for baking. It's great for steaming. I love putting like the gravy that I have in there, and I put it like just over some steamed veggies or baked veggies, and it's really delicious. My green drawer, I like to call it. So this is where I keep my zucchinis and also my cucumbers. They're kind of 2 staples that I always have. This one over here is my juicing drawer. This is apples, and I also have more oranges in here. So lots of things that are going to keep that vitamin C. This one up here is kind of like, to be honest, my sort of just leftover shelf. So the moment I've got blueberries, great for antioxidants. I've got some pears that were given to us I'm going to use for juices and smoothies soon. And I couldn't fit all the carrots in, so there's carrots up there. That's basically, I've also kind of got like, you know, I baked things, like I was testing out recipes to film for YouTube. So I think that's also why it's a bit like fuller at the moment as well. But yeah, definitely get your vitamin C's. So your oranges, your gingers, your lemons and all that, they are major must to have. Top of the fridge, you'll see that I've got this from Heal Thyself, which is Tyler Tolman, this raw food. It is Pulse, it's fruit, nut and seed meal. This one's mango flavor. I've also got the original here. I absolutely love these. It's very like, it's quite hard as you can see, because obviously it's got like this one's got dates and mangoes. It's all been pulsed together. And you just need like a couple of little nibbles of this and you are so satisfied and so good. So that's a good one to have. Our freezer right now is absolutely chockers. It's not normally this insane. Probably doesn't help that we have a bag of ice. I wouldn't suggest having a bag of ice for isolation, but we already had it in here. So as you can see all up here, I've got lots of bags of red raspberries and different mix. I've got blackberries, I've got tropical mix, I've got a massive bag of frozen mangoes. And then, as I said earlier, this is the pineapple that when it gets ripe, I chop it up. And then I've also got my bags with bananas in it. These are such a staple for me, just in general, I love these. I get these from Whole Foods and I absolutely love them. They're vegan and they're gluten-free. And they're a real great kind of, there's 4 burgers, like these are kale veggie burgers. The super green one, which I really love. These are great kind of, they take like 5 minutes each side basically, chuck it in the oven, they keep in the freezer and they're so good for when we've been working late and neither of us want to really cook. We kind of just, you know, chuck these in with a salad and it's super easy. I'm also that weirdo that freezes her herbs because like it annoys me when I don't have fresh herbs. As you'll see, I do have meat in here. So my partner eats meat. So luckily his dad is a butcher. So he's got a little supply of meat that he has. I've got more, so much more all down here. That's all pineapple and banana that I've cut up. So the poor guy, he's only got a little section to put his meat. Then in here, this is the gravy from a previous video, which I haven't edited yet, but this is the gravy that I freeze in little bags. So I've got 4 of those there. And up here is tomato pasta sauce. So I've got a bunch of, when I make it, like I make a big pot and then I freeze it. I put it into serving size. When we're working late or when things like this happen, we're prepared and you just need to make some pasta or, you know, have it with some quinoa. So that's basically what I've got in my freezer. Lots of frozen fruit. So in my pantry, this is one pantry. I've got a couple of these rice cakes. There's something that can be quite filling but not super heavy, which I really like. So I just kind of I've got some vegan mayo that's in the fridge and I'll put like lettuce and tomato and cucumber with them. Really super easy. Gluten-free, this one's quinoa, corn and quinoa pasta. I've got way more over in the other pantry. Quinoa and chia seeds. These are the 2 biggest things I would stock up on. They keep, all you need to do is mix it with some water or coconut water to like, this one just water and cook it for 15 minutes on low. This one, mix it with some coconut water or water and they are super foods. You can survive off just these. Super good to have stocked up in your pantry. I've got a whole bunch of, this is the organic greens to alkaline all your organs. Dulse wild Atlantic sea vegetables that I put in my smoothie. So this is all stuff that I put in my smoothies. Got like the spirulina, the greens and the wild blueberries, but I'll go into more of that when I do my smoothie stuff for you. My partner also has grabbed cans of tuna and he'll mix it with a bit of lemon. Here is kind of where I have like my baking section and sort of just everything that I don't really need on a daily basis. As you can see, I have a lot of coconut water. I am very stocked up on that. I've said that I had other pasta, so I have red lentil pasta. I've got a bunch of these, like the lasagna sheets, the gluten-free lasagna sheets. This is where I also have more of my quinoa. I really do have quinoa all over the place. This is where I keep all my canned tomatoes. And I've got kidney beans and everything. And I also have like another section over above the stove where I have all my herbs and spices that I use on a daily basis, and I've got more kidney beans up there and tomato sauce. More of the pulse down here. Definitely stocking up on your, you know, dry pantry stuff and freezer stuff if you have the space is the best way to do it. Freezer is really good for kind of getting your veggies and fruits. I mean, fresh is obviously best, but fresh doesn't keep that well. So, you know, get things like fresh potatoes, onions, garlic, stuff like that, ginger. That will all keep for the 14 days, like the 2 weeks isolation if you're doing it. But other things won't. But like, you can do the little tips and tricks of buying like the bananas when they're green and letting them ripen when you're at home. So that's kind of ways you can prolong the fresh produce life. Honestly, my recommendations for stocking up would be quinoa for sure. That is like a must. Chia seeds or chia seeds, however you want to pronounce it, that is a must. Pasta's a great, like, easy one to have. It's like inexpensive and super. There's so many canned tomato sauces out there too. You don't even need to make it yourself. You can just kind of open a can. You know, so that they're kind of great little alternatives. For me, coconut water is a must, and ginger and anything citrus, so like lemon, oranges, because that's really good for, you know, fighting and helping to build your immune system. So garlic and citrus things, carrots, celeries, like that, all stuff that I can juice, and that is like my kind of priority. But I get that it's not someone else's. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope this helped a little bit. Oh, and we shop at ShopRite. We have the trolley full, and I always think it's going to be over $200. And honestly, our weekly shop tends to come out to like $150, $160. So, and we don't even do it every week. We tend to do it kind of every week and a half. Sometimes I can push it to 2 weeks. So depending what I've got and what I'm making. This is also a good time, honestly. And I know I'm the biggest kind of person of doing this is eating too much and having too big of portion sizes. So this is like a great time to also cut down on your portion sizes, and that will help prolong your food. So there's little tips. So it's good, and it's really good for our health as well. So mutually beneficial. But anyway, wherever you are, hope this helped. I hope you're staying safe, and I'm sending you so much love and light. See you later. Bye, guys.